a wild, untamed shot, dodging death like it's a game. I always thought by now the ground would own my name, but I'm still standing, strong as ever. Give up never, 'cause that's just me. So smoke on if you got 'em. If you don't, here's one for me. Light one up, take a seat. Here we are, the same to me. 'Cause rank don't mean a thing when smoke is all you see. Ain't no branch, ain't no platoon. We're all just one team. So smoke on if you got 'em. If you don't, here's one for me.
Hey guys, welcome to the Smokin N Jokin show. My name is Beth King, also known as the Crayon Eater's wife.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Sean. You can call me the veteran guy.
And I'm Jimmy King, also known as your resident Gimp. Thanks to you, everybody, for joining us on the Smokin N Jokin show. I have a great show for you tonight. For anybody who has joined us early, if you could please highlight in the comments, let people know we're out here putting on a show for you, trying to put a smile on your face and passing on some great information. It'd be greatly appreciated. Tonight we've got, I'll try not to butcher your name, brother, Ignacio.
Ignacio Flores.
I
He
was
butchered
close.
it.
I'll blame the TBI. It's a good catch-all excuse.
That's right, but Iggy for short.
Yeah, we'll call you Iggy. How you doing tonight, Iggy?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks so much for having me. Let me come on the show with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on the show.
We haven't even gotten into it, and we're getting inappropriate.
Sean just snorted.
I already know what kind of night this is going to be.
Shenanigans tonight.
Welcome to the house, Iggy.
Warm welcome. I like it.
Oh my goodness.
I guess we're still legal inside the 12-minute mark. We haven't actually sworn yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think a little innuendos on that.
All right, Iggy. Well, welcome to Smoke Pit. Once again, thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a little bit of background, where you're from, what's coming up as far as that goes, etc.
Yeah, sure. So again, my name is Ignacio Flores, Iggy for short. Pretty much raised my entire life in San Diego. Pretty much, grew up throughout, Southern California and whatnot. But as far as wanting to know what route I wanted to take, in life, I knew that sales was my thing, just because love to talk, love the, it's just pretty much my thing, As far as just like I mentioned before, growing up in San Diego, around, military everywhere, Navy, Marines, and whatnot. Have a lot of friends. Unfortunately, never joined the military, but a few years back, I was part of a nonprofit organization where we worked with all our military, active duty veterans, and first responders that unfortunately suffer with PTSD. So I was pretty much the regional for San Diego, Las Vegas area, and all of South Florida. But overall, it's just a little bit about me. I don't want to bore everyone with my whole back boring story.
We do have an hour.
Real quick, Lance McElhenney, Patricia Campbell, Theo Tor. Oh, gotta leave for you because my eyes are getting old.
That part.
Sunshine, Ron Breland, Tracy Houston. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the show. Glad to have you here.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, so I forgot to mention when I was trying to introduce you. I'll blame the shenanigans that initiated. With Global Beachfront Realty. Anybody who is want wanting to check out more at any given point in time, over here is a QR code. I got to learn which way to point.
That way.
Yeah, I've got my mirroring on apparently. I'm not used to being able to just go like this. Anyway, scan a QR code. It'll take you to Global Beachfront Realty's homepage there. You can check them out, get more information as far as it goes. But in the meantime, we will let Iggy take it away with exactly what it is they do, what they have to offer, and go from there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so GBR, Global Beachfront Realty. So we're actually a company that I was blessed with, came across an opportunity. I mean, my whole career, in occupations I've ever done has always been in the States. Never once have I ever envisioned, I would do something in Mexico. But while I was doing the company with the PTSD hero stuff, it led me to a gentleman that was, basically older gentleman in the mid 80s, has a big parcel of land on the Gulf. So once he found out, as far as our relationship was getting more solid, he realized that, I have been working in sales and whatnot, my experience, sales manager, director of sales, VP of sales, regional trainer and whatnot. He just, sat me down one day and said, hey, this is what I do. This is what I have. We're already working with a company based out of Finland. However, they haven't been doing a great job as of the last, 5 years, right before COVID hit and whatnot. So he asked me about 2 years ago if I would want to, basically take the reins from it and start a whole new company with this parcel. And I'm talking about it's a big amount of land. We're talking about roughly 7 kilometers, which is equivalent to 3.5 miles worth of pristine virgin beach, white sand, again on the Gulf. So now I'm the owner of the company. I oversee the entire project. We sell individual lots to anyone that wants to build, a vacation home, retirement home, or set something up like a beach cottage for Airbnb. But also my job includes having to try to bring in commercial, hotels, big name resorts, and then also anyone that wants to do type of residential type of work, whether it's condominiums, villas, and whatnot. So I feel blessed. I feel happy. My job actually revolves, taking clients on monthly tours, being in tank tops, shorts, and flip flops. Unfortunately, drinking and having seafood with them for the most part.
That sounds too bad.
Are we hiring? I'm just curious.
What's that?
I said, are you hiring? I'm not opposed to moving to California.
We're always hiring. Yeah, honestly, we're always hiring because when you think about especially beachfront, most of our clientele are Americans, Canadians, and Europeans. That's like 95% of our clientele. So
no habla English.
you don't need to. You don't need to. You say you don't speak English.
Yeah, that's
yeah. So it's one of those things where with our group, with my team that we have, it's 99% English anyways. It's really rare to come across someone that's from Mexican or Latin origin that just speaks purely Spanish. But I will say though, especially the Canadians, you always have about 90% out that want to speak to me in Spanish because they want to work on their Spanish. So
clients, I get the American one.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
My extent of Spanish was from my days going to southern San Diego, since I wasn't supposed to be anywhere else. Hint, wink, wink.
TJ.
Walking down, you had all the kids coming up. Chicle. No, thankfully, is the same in both English and Spanish.
I just
No dinero.
learned a lot of inappropriate words and
no dinero and no dinero.
Whoops, we ain't hit the 12-minute mark yet. Sorry.
And then you get to the bar and it's uno más.
All of a sudden, you become bilingual at the bar.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, man, honestly, I feel blessed. It's this is one of those situations where I've been blessed with having great jobs, great career in my life. But when it comes to this is like the true legit this is not work. This is not work. You know, it's you know, I make a lot of money. I get to make people's dreams come true, you know. But you know, all kidding aside, though, more importantly, though, with our land being in Mexico, you know, just give you a little background on how all that started. The reason why I came about with that was because my lifelong dream since I could remember. I mean, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 years old. I always said one day I want to have a little piece of land on the beach. That was just my biggest thing, right? So fast forward, I'm 49 right now. So fast forward to 2009, right? So we're talking about 15, 16 years ago. I had the opportunity to go to Belize and to go to Tulum when both really were nothing. And on the Belize part, I'm talking about in regards to Placencia, Belize. Okay. So Placencia, Belize and Tulum in 2009 was nothing. It was just pretty much dirt. So back then, if you wanted to get a piece of land, you know, our size, which is right around 20 meters by 50 meters in depth. In Belize, you were looking at right around 375,000 at that time. But Tulum, you were looking at right around $125,000 to $145,000. Even though I wanted to pull the trigger, back then I was a little naive in the sense that I didn't see the vision. You know, I just saw dirt. I saw dirt for as long as I could. The next nearest town was probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. And the sales director at the time was saying, dude, just focus in 10 to 15 years from now. Focus in 10 to 15 years from now. Well, even though I tried, I mean, I just really couldn't see it.
It's hard to do.
Well,
It's hard to do.
yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to do, man. So long story short, I didn't do either. Okay, which was my two biggest regrets. So now you fast forward from 2009 to 2019, you know, 1 year before COVID hit, the same, if you were able to find something in Belize, the one that went for 350 to 375,000, they were right around 1.1 and 1.2. But Tulum, from 125 to 145,000 in 2019, were more in the 1.5 to 2.5 million price range. So I was like, oh. So I swore I would never ever make that mistake again. You know, that was like my pride. I was like, well, it doesn't matter if I have to go to an Asian country, you know, whether it's, you know, the Philippines, Thailand, or whatnot. Although being from America, you know, I wanted something as close as possible to the U.S. And sure enough, you know, I went and bought one of these lots from the Finland group, which was back in 2020. And that's how the whole thing came about. So now where we're at, there's so many things that are going on within the region because this whole entire area of where we're located, which, by the way, the location is called Isla Aguada in the state of Campeche on the Gulf side. It's all the Yucatan Peninsula. So you have Merida, you have Cancun, you have Tulum, Ciudad del Carmen, you have Bacalar, all the areas. So it's all the Yucatan Peninsula. Those areas right now, if you were trying to find something similar to us, right now currently, they're anywhere from as low as 2.2 million. Again, depending where you go, say Cancun, you're looking at 20 to 25 million. Tulum, you're looking at about 4 to 6 million right now, US, right? Not pesos. You know, so you know, our price range right now, our price point, we're right around $300,000 to $325,000. So now you compare anyone that you want on the US side, right? Which is again talking about the Gulf. You have Texas, you know, and then you go to Louisiana, Alabama, and then Florida. Same thing. Pick an area. They're all 1.5 million to about $5 million, if not more, depending on where you're at. The biggest one I like using is South Padre Island in Texas. That's the most sought out beach that Texans like going to. And same thing. Even though you can find a parcel our size there at times for sale that are about 1.1 million, they call it beachfront, but it's not beachfront. It's you have the marsh right past like the sand. So your lot is actually about 300 to 700 yards behind the sand. And you have like a little tiny bridge that you have to walk all the way over just to get to the beach.
Right.
But they still call it technically beachfront.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the beach.
I mean, heck, they call, you know, across the street beachfront nowadays in a lot of places.
Exactly.
A lot of tourist towns or whatever as far as it goes. When if you look at Airbnbs or condos and stuff like that you can rent, it'll say beachfront and it's like 3 blocks away.
or further.
Or further.
Yeah.
He was throwing out numbers, and I was just a little disappointed. I was like, damn, just a few million short.
In those locations. But with us, again, like I said, you know, we're 350 grand. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
Well, yeah.
and then again, I know everyone's in different parts of the U.S., so I can't really speak on behalf of anything that's not like California, especially Southern California. So I live 50-50 San Diego, Miami. So when you talk about South Florida and when you talk about Southern California, cost to build, in these cities, they're anywhere between $350 a square foot up to about $625 per square foot. So I'm not sure where you guys were. I know you were North Carolina, I believe, right?
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
North Carolina.
I'm not sure what cost to build there typically costs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't either.
I mean, roughly. I mean, they got $1 million homes.
we were blessed by an organization that built our house for us. So even though we're in a brand new home, first people to ever live in it, and it's a lot larger than I like to clean.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
I mean, I'll give you an example, especially when it comes to Southern SoCal and South Florida. Again, $350 to $600 is the typical price range, depending on finishes and whatnot. But even if we go with the lower, let's say 350, if you were to build a 2,500 square foot home in San Diego or Miami, for instance, at $350 a square foot, you're looking at just the build is $875,000. Okay, just to build a house. With us, we worked out a great deal with one of the luxury builders in Mexico.
Okay.
So we're only at $145 a square foot. So that same house that would cost you here $875,000, over there is $360,000.
So
Oh,
do you
wow.
do this is this like everywhere in America? So if we wanted to build a house here in North Carolina, you would help us. You could help that. We could do it through you.
No. I'm talking about like if you go to with us Mexico to buy beachfront land with
Oh,
us.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm not saying you got to relocate. But if you want a beach house, for vacation or retirement.
Oh, I got you. I'm following. Okay, I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Got you.
Now, just curious, like, is your commission percentage the same as if like you were doing this real estate in America?
So typically, standard commission for the U.S. on real estate is anywhere between 2 to 3%,
Right.
and it could be let's say 3%. 3%, you can get paid up to 6% if you're representing both sides.
Mm-hmm.
For the seller and the buyer, right? In Mexico, it just depends on the company. Anywhere from 3%, 5% up to 7% is the standards out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you really are making out on this one.
Well, I'm a little different. I worked a direct deal with the owner, so mine is a little bit different.
Okay.
But as far
Well, he
as
did say at the beginning. He did say at the beginning. Great job, great money.
I know.
I'm happy.
I first went down the road of 80-year-old, guy who you worked with and became close with. I was thinking, sugar daddy.
That's the trick.
All that we're still down that road. I'm just saying. No, I'm just joking.
Just to give you a quick sales pitch, Iggy, it's really hard for people to say no to a one-legged man.
Yes,
So if you're looking for another salesman, you fly me out.
I agree.
I'll start helping show the houses on my crutches or in my wheelchair or both. As far as that goes,
He'll hop all around and just he'll impress everybody.
Brother, and then you're a vet. Let's go.
I know.
Yeah,
On top of it,
it'll be like,
he's
come
a
on now.
trifecta, I promise you.
Hey, the door's wide open. I'm being honest.
So we'll pause right there for a second, pay the bills real quick, and then we will get back into it. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us on the Smokin N Jokin show. Good to see that Jamie High and Tisha Tucker stopped in. Hi guys, thanks for joining us. For all of you who are your avid coffee drinkers or tea drinkers, as far as that goes, head over to Aerial Resupply Coffee. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. I'm the man behind the scenes, even though I'm not behind the scenes anymore. I gotta find my QR code here.
Our little Wizard of Oz.
There we go. Head over to Aerial Resupply Coffee. You can scan the QR code or go to aerialresupplycoffee.com. check them out. They've got a great lineup of coffees and teas. They've got some great swag as far as coffee cups, t-shirts, sweatshirts. Everything is military affiliated in that aspect. They are a veteran-owned company based out of Virginia. If you use the promo code Smokin N Jokin 365 ! Or scan the QR code, any sales garnered by either of those, we do get a percentage of the sales that go back into the show, so you help support us as well. Like I said, I can't say enough. I normally don't drink coffee, but I've been drinking a lot of it here recently since they, sent us a promo bag and everything. And the coffee is really good. I haven't tried the teas yet, but if the coffee's good, I'm gonna imagine
as
the
much
teas.
as he usually or used to.
Say what?
I said you don't even doctor it up. as you
Yeah, I don't
used
even
to.
doctor it up as much as I used to.
Drinking
So,
a black. Huh?
Well, I mean, he puts a little something in it.
Little something, something, man.
I don't make it Irish often. Head over to aeroresupplycoffee.com, check them out. Any love and support you can show them would be greatly appreciated. For any of you who are looking to improve your business, start your own business, start your own organization, or sell your service to the government, get some of them government contracts, bring in some of that money, head over to Artias at YESRTS.com. These guys are great. They will break it down Barney style, keep it simple, stupid, and hold your hand through the entire process. We are past the 12-minute mark. If my crowd eating ass can follow along, I'm sure you can too. They've helped us apply for our 501c. They've helped us build our website, rebuild our website, revamp our website, and set up our shop. So check them out. Once again, that's YESRTS.com for all your business development needs. Can't praise them enough for the work that they do. All righty, those have been paid. I think we're caught up on comments. If I can switch back over to chat here. Oh, Lance McLean said, I live in the state on the Gulf that he did not mention. There could be a reason. We love you, Lance. Theo said, it's really hard for people to say no to a man with 3 legs also. Me being on crutches,
Not touching that.
we can take that in a multitude of manners as far as, how you get to 3. So, Second Battalion, 4th Marines in Ramadi. Oh, one of our other pages today, everybody. Someone's on their page representing 2-4. Outstanding. Lance McHenry said in response to Theo, it's controlled by the man. All right, caught up on comments. So, when it comes to your properties down there in the UK and everything as far as that goes, if someone was interested in either vacationing, vacation home, purchasing, as far as that goes, what all do you offer and what steps do they need to take to move forward on making those dreams come true?
Sure. Great question. So, because again, we have such a large parcel, I mean, everything's already done. All the work that a typical foreigner would do, if you were, let's say, go online and find just one lot, there's a lot of steps that the client needs to take by themselves. You got to figure out how to get your attorney. You got to figure out how to do this and how to do that. Because we have so much, we already put it all in a bank trust for you. So as a foreigner, the best way to buy any type of property, regardless if it's land, a condo, or house, it has to be in a bank trust. So we already did all those steps. Everything's already done. So if anyone was interested, they can obviously, reach out to you guys and contact me or through the QR code. It's real simple. Most importantly, the first thing is we can set up a tour, so we'll go down there, to the, whether it's Merida or Seattle Department, there's 2 locations that we can fly into, get to the land, check it out. We'll actually walk you through the whole area and then let you hand pick which slot you like, for yourself. It's pretty simple. One of the things though that, since last night I did talk to the landowner, we typically never do discounts. And the reason why, we don't need to. You're talking about, unlike typical land, let's just say in Tennessee and Arkansas, there's a whole bunch of land anywhere, right? You can, little lots and whatnot. But when it comes to beach, pretty much anywhere in the world, there is very little, left on the market, for sale. So with that said, though, I just told him, as far as myself, primarily being from the States, my love and everything, for all our active duty and vets, we are able to do 10 lots at a discount for you guys. So if you are interested, so from 325,000, we're not talking about, like your typical, $2,000 off, no. So from 325,000, we're offering 25% off.
Wow.
Which brings it down to 243,750, which is insane. I'll challenge anybody. I'm a pro at this. I don't care if we're talking about Mexico. I don't care if we're talking about Costa Rica. If we're talking about Belize, if we're talking about, even over the seas, show me a lot, similar to our price. It's not going to happen. So again, 25% off for the first 10 that are done. Then it goes back to 325,000.
Right.
So if anyone's ever dreamt of, one day having a little piece of paradise somewhere around the world, it's your opportunity.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
That is.
Now, just curious, out of the original amount of property that he had, because I know when you were originally talking, you could do beachfront, whether it's condos or different types of buildings.
It's whatever you want to build. So we have the land. You build your.
Is there nothing that's been built so far? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Gotcha, yeah. No, there's stuff built already. There's stuff built.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's stuff built, and then also to the actual city of Isla Guada. It's about a 10-minute drive, and then the bigger city, which is Ciudad del Carmen, it's about a 25-minute drive. It has an international airport, and the population there is about 260,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it's nice that there's an airport even close, because anyone who's vacationing, the nicest thing is being able to be close.
Exactly.
Wherever
Exactly.
you're
Yeah, so right now, our phone pretty much goes off because people love Cancun, people love Tulum.
Mm-hmm.
However, once you get there, if you're in the party mood, you're in the party mood, right? But after 3, 4, 5 days of partying, you kind of want more of that chill vibe. That's what we are. We're like a laid back beach town.
Yeah.
So some of the big things that's set to explode for your investment is, in Spanish, the Tren Maya, which means Mayan train. That was a big project for Mexico. They finished the completion for the most part December 15th of 23. So it's pretty much about 90% done. The last 10% should be done by around August of this year. The great news for that is not only that being there in the Yucatan, but as of, I believe, July or August of this past year, the president of Mexico just signed an agreement to extend the Mayan train now into the countries of Guatemala and Belize. And that part should take about 2.5 years for the final completion. So that's going to have a trifecta of Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, all within a 5 to 10 hour corridor with the train route.
Oh, wow, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Going to comments for just a second. I'm not going to say that which one of y'all would come down here and get your weather out of my yard. It's acting a fool out there.
Yeah, our weather's bipolar here.
Lance also said that for that price, I could have purchased a plantation home built in 1846, sitting on 14 acres in the middle of town a couple of years ago. Yeah,
I thought he was going to say something else.
I'm going to guess that
myself.
if it was built back at that point and you could have bought it for this price, a couple
Bro,
years ago,
you could buy a house for $600 back then. Like,
well, no, he was saying it was built in 1846, but he could have bought it for that price just a couple of years ago with 14 acres and this, that, and the other. My thing is, if it was built in 1846 and you could have bought it for that price even just a couple of years ago, only a couple of years back, I'm going to guess that the electricity and the plumbing still represented 1846.
yeah.
Theo said, "Can I build a Hugh Hefner grotto on my land?"
Sure can, brother. You're more than welcome to.
I'm down with that. Let's do it.
He also said my ex-mother-in-law is called La Bruja in Espanol. If I remember right, that's something along the lines of the witch.
Which,
One or the other.
yeah, which.
Uh-oh, got loose sound. Testing. Iggy.
Yes, that.
Okay, I can't hear Iggy for some reason.
Well, I got to say, 25% is very generous. That's at 25%. I mean, we only get 10% as veterans. we go get coffee. We get a 10% discount. So we'll take
So you guys
25.
can hear me, right? You guys can hear me.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
I hear you.
apparently.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Sometime I can't remember when it was last year, but we sold this one guy, not a veteran or anything, but that was the first time we offered a discount, which was 5%.
Yeah,
So 25%. I just wanted to do a little bit something special, extra special.
That's big. That's amazing.
That's nice. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I still don't think I can afford it. I had one of our
Here's something about 10 years. We'll be there.
well, just remember, anyone purchases, you need to let me know because I'm coming to visit.
Right.
Beth and I are accepting applications for sugar mamas and sugar daddy.
Yeah, really. Jimmy will be printing up a Google form and sending it out later tonight.
Done.
Yeah, in response
We all
to
know
the,
that. We all know that wouldn't fly.
Sorry, Jimmy's having technical difficulties. Yeah, back to the sugar. No, we're not talking about sugar. So how long have you been doing this?
I was about to say the same thing. I was about to ask him. I was about to say, well, how long have you been doing this?
2 years. 2 years
2 years.
was when we wrapped everything up. But I bought the land a little before that.
Okay. And before, you said you had sales experience. I mean, had you ever been in realty before? And like, I know a lot of realtors, they have to go through all, like testing and stuff like that. Do you have to do the same thing? But you're more in development, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So to go with the first question, yeah, I've been in sales for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a couple companies, gone through that process as well, through the whole, trial and error stage. Had the regular corporate America job, again, VP of sales, regional trainer to national sales trainer. But as far as even on the development side, I still went through the whole classes and everything. So I'm licensed both in the U.S. and I'm licensed in Mexico as well.
So now comparative, we're testing and learning the different things because I know like you have to learn about the different types of architecture and stuff. I mean, I'm sure Mexico's different in that aspect, especially when you're talking about other homes and stuff.
So like my honest opinion, I mean, even clients themselves, especially with the builder that I chose to go with, because let's say a year and a half ago, I was getting bombarded with builders from everywhere, from the U.S., from Canada, from Europe. Okay. Yeah, because they all want, to showcase their own buildings and whatnot, right? Some of them were, they were nice. I'm not gonna say they weren't, but I was just nothing really gave me that warm, fuzzy feeling, that I was looking for. Ironically, the builder that we ended up choosing is only 20 minutes from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, out of all these people from all these, different countries, they weren't doing anything for me. And with this particular builder themselves, I mean, the stuff that they have built, throughout Mexico, all over Mexico, is mind blowing. I mean, even more so than some of the stuff that I've seen just here in California between LA, San Diego, and Miami, where I was like, damn, I mean, this stuff is top notch, gorgeous, so, but again, even on that part, there's not so much I have to know about it because that's why we hire, the architects and you hire the builders.
But I think it's good to be educated that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Because say a client comes there, they're still going to ask questions, and if you know the answers, the more likely they're going to stick around, purchase with you.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, between 2.5 years ago from when I first started to now, night and day. As far as my knowledge on stuff that I never even thought I would even care about.
Right.
Real quick, Duff Duffer stopped in and he said, "Yo." Then he also said, apparently I was showing the side boob. Sorry, it's a brawless type of for me.
I couldn't contain myself. His comment, what Duff said.
Real quick before we cut to another commercial and then get into the entertainment segment, one other thing I was prompted that we should talk to you about as well is to give you a chance to talk about your insurance company.
Oh yeah, it looks like I wasn't sure if we were going to do that or not. So going to that right now. Okay, so yeah, so one of the biggest. Yeah, one of the biggest things. Also, I'm a life insurance agent. So it's not that it's my company. It's a company that I work for, and the whole reason why I got involved within life insurance was because when COVID hit, just through family alone on a personal experience, and just in the California area alone, we lost between aunts and uncles. I believe it was 17 people that we lost due to COVID. And the unfortunate part about that just shattered me was everyone had bought their home within 3 years, 5 years, 7 years prior to that. Nobody had life insurance. So everybody lost everything, So, if it was my two aunts that were the breadwinners, in the family out of everyone, they lost everything. But more importantly, on the opposite side, though, where it was like, my 15 uncles, they left my aunts and their 2 to 3 kids basically with no home. So that's one of those things where I was like, hey, what? Let me get into this. And then when I started doing more research into quote unquote just life insurance overall, just in the States, it's kind of shocking the numbers that it's right around 77% of people don't have anything of life insurance.
No.
So
He has to die from his injuries before I get a pin. But if he dies from his injuries, wink, wink, you get paid. But yeah, no, that is definitely something I think a lot of people don't think about. I think especially people at our age, we think we're going to be young forever. And you never know.
Yeah, so I know it's one of those things where the reason why I brought it up, before was for the show is to bring awareness, because especially with the veterans, again going back to San Diego, I'm the one that's primarily dealing with veterans, regardless of age range, and there's a lot of misconceptions. So number one, for any vet, because we have arguments, like it's like I have insurance. I was like, no, you actually don't. So if anything, I would recommend and advise everyone to contact the VA and whoever, can tell you about your benefits, because every single person is different, So if anything, find out, okay, if I were to die, what does the VA and what does the military cover? Even if I retired, 2 years ago to 25 years ago, whatever the case is, people are going to be shocked. And they're usually shocked because it's either a $995 coverage, meaning like not even $1,000. Sometimes $1,500, $2,000. Now, depending if you want to do burial or cremation, again, the price range to cover, could be anywhere from $2-3 grand for cremation, sometimes up to $6 grand. But burial, 10, 15, 20, 40, 50,000, just really depends on what it's for. So it's one of those things where I just wanted to bring some type of I guess the forefront of someone's mind to think, because number one, if something were to happen to me today, as an example, right, as an individual, am I okay with just leaving enough to cover my burial, as an example, right? And then you have other people that no, like me, for instance, me, Ignacio, if something were to happen to me, I don't want to just cover my burial. I want to know that I cover my burial, and not only do I have a 20-year-old son who I had at 20 years old, now I have a 4-year-old granddaughter. I want to make sure that if something happens, now I know for a fact I'm leaving, for example, through a life insurance policy, $300-400 for my son and another $200 grand for my granddaughter. Just so that way.
Veterans, because if you passed away on December 20 or January 27th, for instance, your family's not going to get paid on the first. They cut that off quick. No one paycheck grace, nothing. They cut you off.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where, again, I just want to bring some type of awareness because, like I told you, I mainly deal with veterans. And, after we pass that 5, 10, 15 minute of argument, when I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to fight you. Just trying to, listen, and if anything, just call. I'm not, I'm not going to tell you right now. You can use anyone you want, but obviously since I brought it up to you, you would want to use me. I can be your agent for life. But at the end of the day, I don't really care if you don't use me, dude. Just protect your family.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, they just feel like it's a scam. You know what I mean? It's like anytime you talk about life insurance, unless you're older, we think, okay, let's leave something for our family. But I think for most people, to them, it's like, oh, you're just trying to get money off of me. You know what I mean? I think that's most people's mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny because you're correct. I've had a lot. Maybe 15%. Of my clients always start out that way. I'm like, but you're not going through me. I mean, you're utilizing me. I'm licensed. In so many states. So regardless of who I speak to, regardless of what state I represent, it's going through whichever company best fits you. Because we have different carriers, we have different insurance companies. So based on your situation, if someone said, dude, I'm 47 years old, I'm healthy, and I'll always ask the client, look, listen, right now, I'm on your side. So the last thing you can do to me is lie to me. So when I'm asking you these important questions of, your medical and what medication you take, don't hold something out because you're like, man, this. Go ahead.
Beth, before you had another question, I just want to say, is it true that like most, because I just have SGLI, I have through the military because I'm 100% veteran, 100% disabled, so I have my insurance. But for regular people, isn't it true like if I wait till like say I'm 50 or 55 and then I'm diagnosed with something, then it's a lot harder to get it? Like you're not going to give it to me because I have cancer. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Right? You can't wait till you're sick to get it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy you brought something up. By the way, this actually brings up probably the most important point. So for anyone that's listening, now or down the road, on YouTube or whatever the case is, if you never really thought about life insurance and for some reason you came across this and now you are, and let's just say hypothetically, you're sitting home, whatever the case is, male, female, whatever it is, whether you think you feel good or for a fact you don't feel good, whichever the case is, get life insurance through someone like myself, meaning that our companies, whether it's Mutual of Omaha, John Hancock, Aflac, Aetna, all those, we have all those companies under us, right? We don't require any type of blood work or urine sample.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you require medical exams like back years and years ago? I remember that's what some people had to do, but is there a certain age where you don't have to have like a medical exam?
As long as you go through us, it's a no.
Okay.
So the reason why I say that is because some people say, well, you know what? I have a family member, he or she is a life insurance agent. Well, again, ask them first, hey, do you guys require some type of physical or blood work from a medical professional, right? If the answer is yes, run away. And the reason why I say run away is because, again, whether you think you're healthy or you're for a fact you're not healthy, you want to get insurance with someone from us because the way we work, we go based on the questions from the last time you went to the doctor. So, like for example, Sean, how old are you right now? For instance,
I'm 45.
45. Okay, perfect. So let's just say hypothetically, the last time you went to the doctor was when you were 25. That was 20 years ago. They'll still go based on that.
Okay. Oh wow. Damn. Let's do it.
so you'll get approved, right? But let's just say someone else like, you know what? Well, this seems more legit because and that's the other thing too. A lot of people say, well, since they're asking me to go to the doctor, they seem more legit. It has nothing to do with being more legit. It's just, again, depending who you work for, some require that, others like our companies don't, right? So if you were to go do your blood work or your urine sample, and let's say something comes back and it's not good, right? You just screwed yourself from life insurance with somebody like myself. Because with us, it would have been guaranteed approval. Now over there, because you did the blood work, and now it's like a late on your credit bureau. Now it's on there for life. You cannot take it off.
Well, what if you're a smoker?
It's fine. So again, as long as everything came back healthy, from again whenever your last checkup was, but you're a smoker, as all the computer shows on our end, that you're good to go.
Damn, that's good.
All right,
Jimmy, go
need to
ahead.
catch up on a couple
You're getting
comments
life
here,
insurance from him.
Yeah.
That's
and
impressive.
then and then we need to move on to the entertainment segment because we're 15 minutes out. Second 24th Marines was asking what's involved for an American citizen to get a visa to live there full time. Go back to that side of thing.
Yeah, great question. I mean, can that person answer how old are they? In the chat.
And if they don't, you can just kind of give us a roundabout,
Okay.
like if you're this age,
Yeah. So let's put it this way: as long as you're 47 plus, the same law firm that we use, they can actually get your immigration. So basically, it's just some paperwork, but more importantly, they're going to ask for some pay stubs, bank statement, and as long as you're good, as long as you're good over here in America, you're going to be good down there.
Okay.
They also asked if someone bought property through you, how difficult is it for the U.S. citizen to get a? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't get
it's simple. It's simple. I mean, again, as long as you're 47 plus, to get a full time visa, all Mexico now wants to see, because again, Mexico now compared to Mexico 25 years ago is same thing. You're a good citizen, you're paying your taxes, and you're not trying to do anything shady.
Okay.
said use credit life insurance on mortgages by using a little coffin. I'd slam the lid shut, then turn to the wife and say, "Your husband's dead. How are you going to make this mortgage payment?" I sold a lot of policies and kept some people from losing their homes.
That's nice.
Exactly, and honestly, what she's pointing out right now, or was it he or she? Sorry, that's mortgage protection life insurance. That's actually my favorite one to sell.
Okay.
Just because, again, I use the same scenario of, okay, well, if you're the breadwinner or you're both the breadwinners, but I'm still gonna ask the question, so Mr. Smith, if you were to die tomorrow going to work, does Mrs. Smith have enough to cover the mortgage payment? The answer is always gonna be no, right? For the most part, especially if she's a homemaker. Or vice versa, right? So one of those things is within selling the mortgage protection insurance, again, going back to San Diego, right now, when you put a house on the market, it takes anywhere on average from basically 3 to 6 months to 3 to 9 months for the house to sell. So with that, I'll always use a higher number, which is 9 months. So I'll always tell the couple, look, if something were to happen to you today, and let's just say your mortgage payment is $3,000 to $5,000, whatever the case is, if you were to die, typically the person that's going to mourn you, they're going to need 1 or 2 months to, somehow get back on their feet.
Yeah.
Just to get back on their feet, let alone from having to think, oh Lord, now I got to go to work. I got the kids, I got this. So a lot of times is if we do the $3,000 mortgage, I'll multiply that by 12, which is $36,000. And I'll say, Jay, just get a $36,000 mortgage protection life insurance, because this way, if something were to happen, it gives your wife or your husband 2 to 3 months of mourning, and then once you overcome that, you still have that 9-month window of trying to sell your house, of making a mortgage instead of being out left in the street.
Right. We're getting foreclosed on. Our neighbor, also military, their house just got foreclosed on because the husband ended up passing away, and unfortunately we didn't know until after we saw the foreclosure sign. We thought she just moved, but when the sheriff came, we realized then that's what had happened to her, and it was just really sad because they had worked hard to get the home that they had, and she worked, but she had 2 kids too, and I don't think people think about that.
Yeah, I'll give you even a worse situation. So let's just say that the wife happened to be the homemaker, and the husband's the provider, and the one that passed away. If they didn't take out a life insurance policy, they're going to lose a house, and we've had situations where they've had $500,000 to $900,000 in equity, and they lost everything because they didn't have enough to make the house payment to be able to sell it in time.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, hers was over a $500,000 home. So, yeah.
So, Second 10 Fourth Marine said that was a great suggestion. Theo said there's a genre on Pornhub for mortgage protection insurance.
He's getting away from the
Yeah,
Amish.
Protect you from those STDs.
All right.
Jeez.
Due to the fact we've only got about 10 minutes left, I'm going to go ahead and skip our round of commercials this time. But we are going to have to move into our entertainment segment. For anybody who isn't familiar with it as far as it goes, our first entertainment segment is Bad News Advice. The goal of this is we had someone write in and ask Iggy a question. Iggy will give his answer. We as hosts will give our answer, which will give our guest audience time to type out as far as it goes for us to read out. Want to read the question. The goal of this is to give the absolute worst advice possible. That being said, we'll get right into it. Hi, Iggy. My name is Vlad from Duluth, Georgia. My girlfriend is telling me to Cancun with her and her mom, but she doesn't know that I used to date her mom before meeting her. The spark is not there for me, but her mom still hits on me. What do you recommend I do?
Well, that's kind of easy, man. Since we're talking about Cancun, it's a party town. I would say you definitely want to get drunk. Try to find some little bit of cocaine. Other than that, get them both drunk and delirious as possible, and have a little threesome.
Yeah, I was about to say, go make sure you sleep with the mom. That's the first thing you do. Go back and sleep with mom.
I'm pretty sure most of us have seen this video on Pornhub. Except, well, Beth and I haven't because North Carolina doesn't allow you to get on Pornhub.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, you got to sign in and all that.
share your ID to
Freaking
verify.
ID. Like, I Googled the stuff we talked about on our page.
And going back to the life insurance thing,
And that's nothing
I'm
I
not
want the
putting my ID on
government to see.
Pornhub because the first thing in my will is going to be delete my browser history. I would, but if the spark's not there, I would kind of go with Iggy's suggestion. Take them both down to Cancun as far as it goes. Get them drunk, and because Cancun's the party town, whatever as far as it goes, pawn her off on one of the college guys that's there partying and with the mom. But I love my wife, so I'm gonna just stick with her.
Yeah.
They all sound
John.
terrible. Yeah, I just said we just sleep with mom. Like that's the first thing you should do is just sleep with mom. Like, that's what I would do. Maybe snort some cocaine off her ass.
That's probably why he dated me, because my mom was bad. He knew that he would never get caught sleeping with my mom.
I mean, that's terrible advice. I mean, you're trying to hook up with the girl and the mama still wants you, go sleep with her.
Lance McElhaney kind of seems to agree with everybody and says, just use the opportunity to make some good porn. But he's saying do all the above, but make sure you use your phone to record it. Anika from West Oregon. What's your advice for a middle-aged woman trying to get into the insurance market?
I thought she was going to say industry. Beth, you answer that one.
Wait. So what was the question again? Not to get into industry?
Basically, what's your advice for a middle-aged woman trying to get into the insurance market? I'm guessing it's sales.
Oh, the insurance market. So on that part is, I would definitely say, if you can't pass the state exam, because honestly, the state exam is a little hard. I'll be the first one to say I failed it 7 times.
No, it's not funny. But
the worst part is I failed it 7 times by 1 and 2 questions.
Oh.
They always say that too. It's only one question.
No, it lets you know. So my advice would be if as you're taking the test, the state exam, if you don't pass it, I mean, you might as well sleep with the professor, to make sure you do pass, because I will say life insurance industry is some great 6 to 7 figure income.
Oh, I thought you were saying gray. So like gray area.
Great. No, great. 6 to 7 figure income.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to say sleep with all your clients so that you get put into the will, and then feed them, what is it? Radiator coolant or whatever in their coffee, so that they pass away sooner, so you get the insurance money from said policy.
She's cheating on me and murder.
Oh no, it's not talking about a middle-aged woman getting into the industry. So I mean,
so we're going
in
that
your
route.
scenario, you're
So
cheating
you're
on
going
me.
that route then.
Oh Lord. I swear we need just a Jimmy and Beth conversation.
Why do you think we could spend this much time together if we don't mess with each other?
Lance said,
We just killed each other a long time ago.
run down the street naked and run down the street naked and
I would tune in every week just to watch y'all talk.
find a first office you can and go into it and tell them that you want to get involved in it. So basically go into the insurance office naked and tell them you want to get involved. Okay. Theo said, have tour clients play Russian roulette to see who signs the best deals. Alrighty. Got a couple minutes left. We get into.
But real quick, if anyone is interested in either getting life insurance or wanting to get in the business, I can help guide you. With whichever is best, depending on what state you're located in.
Well, we're definitely calling you about health insurance. I mean, I don't need it, but he does.
You don't need it?
I mean, life insurance.
Yeah, you don't need it. Why?
I mean, I'm sure you can make a good argument on why, but I don't really feel like leaving him money and the opportunity to find for women. It's a one or the other kind of thing.
We'll give you a call. I told her she's not.
Yeah, we'll talk offline. I'll give you the argument. Don't worry.
Just don't end up dead anytime soon, because this will be very sus.
We can talk about it offline, because I told her she's not allowed to go before me, but she's a constant competitive streak person.
Accident prone.
That's where I was going with this, Sean. Not competitive. Accident prone. I'm the girl in the bubble. At least I should be.
Yes.
Real quick, hypothetical hijinks. Trying to redeem myself a little bit here. 1 year after selling beachfront property, you discover that the land you sold is rich with oil reserves. What do you do? Now, remember, in hypothetical hijinks, it's a out there scenario, so to speak. In this case, it might not be too far out there, but it's an out there scenario. You're going to want to give bad advice, but you actually have to try and give the best advice possible
To redeem our soul.
to redeem yourself.
And that's
Good Lord. Well, I mean, makes it a little complicated, because now you want to make sure you keep this as a secret and try to contact, whoever your small circle is, to how we're going to benefit and make money off this.
I would say you've got a much better property down there that we're going to give you for the exact same price. 2 beachfront properties for the exact same price, all the way down there.
I want to let you know about an opportunity I found for the exact same amount of money you gave us. Just down the street, we can get you a double-sized lot.
That's kind of what I would just offer them extra money, even if it's double. I'd just be like, hey, I will pay you double for that land back. Like, we didn't mean to sell it. I'll come up with some bullshit excuse.
Needless to say, none of us are actually redeeming ourselves right now. But
Right.
We had to redeem our souls here, but all of us figured out how to scam.
Well, to be honest, you're saying what's the best advice. You're not saying the most honest advice.
True. True.
Theo,
I mean, the most honest advice would be like, "Hey, congratulations, you got a whole bunch of land with a whole bunch of money."
Theo said, if I find oil reserves, I'm changing my name to T Diddy Baby.
Damn.
He'll buy the baby oil just for the name.
You stumble across a genie's lamp. You're given 3 wishes. What are they?
Oh, I'm going with the same basic one as always, man. I'm going to ask for as many wishes as I can get.
Yeah, you asked for like 5 more wishes or whatever.
Unlimited
Unlimited.
wishes.
Unlimited.
Unlimited. There you go.
I'm going to combine that with the lesson that you learned from the old Disney movie Aladdin. I'm going to ask that for the wish to be unlimited wishes while the genie is free. So you're freeing the genie, so he's going to be your friend and give you unlimited wishes, even when you don't ask for him, and you've got unlimited wishes on top of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Double dip.
Yeah, double
There
dip,
you go.
exactly.
I think I'll just go with the same unlimited wishes. Maybe stay my age forever. Never grow old.
I'm shaving off like 10 years.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
would you though? Would we really want to stay young forever and watch everybody die around us?
Looks wise.
Yeah, looks wise. We stay young forever.
Well, I think my brains or my experiences that have made me who I am. I know
Yeah.
you really laugh at the brains part,
Theo said,
but
Theo said his first wish is to never have met his ex-wife.
See, I would say that too, but when the kids are involved, it's kind of like, well,
that's why.
yeah.
He,
It's like if I could have my kids without her, okay, perfect.
one of them would be a child for Theo, a boy for Theo.
Yeah.
That was pretty ballsy, Theo. Now that's going to be on YouTube forever.
All right. That is going to be it for tonight, though. We have reached our time limit, a couple minutes back, actually. As far as it goes, Iggy, thank you for joining us. Real quick, again, throw out your website there, let people know how they can get a hold of you, and then we'll call it.
Yeah, it's globalbeachfrontrealty.com. Globalbeachfrontrealty.com. And then you have the QR code there in the top left.
Outstanding. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us in the Smoke Pit here on the Smokin N Jokin Show. We'd like to invite you to come back and join us again next Wednesday night, 9 Eastern. We've got another great show planned for you. But for tonight, we love you guys, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Right. I thought you were gonna say Nathan.